It's a beautiful June morning here in Zone 7A, 7B, and I thought it was about time for a seed snail update. I've never had a ton of luck starting seeds in trays because I am a very lazy gardener and I always forget to water them. They dry out, they don't germinate. So I thought I'd give this a try this year, and let me tell you, I was amazed with the results. All of a sudden I had all of these little baby seedlings and nowhere to put them because in the past I've never had this many grow, so naturally I had to build a new garden. This is the new location back in February. Right away I was able to start planting stuff because we moved all of our soil from our old garden into the new garden. Sweet peas and snapdragons were the first thing to go in. I did mostly cool flowers for a lot of this. It was still pretty cold. I got a little too excited and went a lot too early, so I had to do some makeshift covering, but here we are. Fast forward to June. Almost everything you see here was started in a seed snail, so I just kind of wanted to give an update as far as like what did well, what did not. So in the first garden bed we have some, just like a big mixture of things. I have peppers, some bedding dahlias, tomatoes, peas, kind of a little bit of everything mixed in. I'm trying an experiment of just a mixture of things to help combat pests, flowers and veggies together. This is a pepper plant. I started probably in February, maybe January. I did not think these were going to do well. Most of this bed is peppers and marigolds and a little bit of forget-me-nots, just everything, a little bit of everything mixed in. They were struggling. I don't know. I did not think they were going to take off, but they are doing really well. They're probably 18 inches tall, the tallest ones, and then there's still some shorter ones mixed in here. I have more marigolds mixed in with everything. Tomato, look at this tomato. This is probably 2 feet tall. Started in a seed snail. The only thing I did not start in a seed snail in this bed are the peas in the background here. But just look at the height of that. I mean, I planted it deep in the ground too, and that's just from later on. Okay, so over here we have feverfew. Look at the little feverfew flower down here. Feverfew flower, she's cute. That's a dwarf black-eyed Susan, more marigolds, a rose. I put herbs in here, dwarf dahlias. I wanted flowers mixed with my peppers to attract good bugs, the good bugs. So this is my potato bed, not started in a seed snail. Zinnias, they did okay. Zinnias, I think they just do so much better direct sown anyways. These right here were direct sown. Over on the left, those are all direct sown, and they're doing phenomenal. They're outpacing anything that I started in a seed snail. This was started in a seed snail. I mean, in general, starting zinnias indoors, it's not necessary. I just wanted to see how it would go, but you could see the ones that I started in the seed snail, they've been pinched, but they're already budding, which it's too soon. It's just too soon. So skip starting these indoors, I say, and just direct sow them when it's time. I did get a little trigger happy and started a lot of things way too soon. That was definitely my biggest mistake. Like the Gomphrena, started it way too soon. It was ready to plant out, but it was too cold, and so now it's struggling to catch up. So just careful with the warm weather stuff. Definitely just don't be like me and start it way too soon. These were started in a snail, tomatoes and dill, but dahlias not. I did not start in a snail, but I did propagate some dahlias in a seed snail. That's a video for another time, but very exciting. Next up, we have a mobium, or winged everlasting, or everlast, I'm not exactly sure, but this is the first time I've ever grown this, and I am so impressed. It's a cool weather flower. Kind of struggled at the beginning because I put it out too early. It's a cool flower, but doesn't do great in frost, so I had to cover it, which is fine, but they survived. They survived my neglect. Over here is a mega fail celosia, planted way too early in a seed snail, and it's already flowering, and it's so tiny. It's just, I totally jumped the gun on that one and planted those way too early. They just they were ready too soon. So I went back and I direct seeded some. I'm hoping they will catch up to some of my warmer season stuff, but we'll see. Here's another fail. I started these Cosmos way too early, and they were ready within a couple weeks to go out, and it was still freezing outside. So they just sat in my basement for weeks and weeks, growing and growing, and now I have these midget Cosmos. So don't be like me. Wait until the proper time, maybe like 3 weeks before last frost, or just wait and direct sow because they do really well direct sown. Okay, over here is a bed of cool weather flowers, also started in a seed snail. These are some cute little bedding snapdragons. They're doing great. And over here I have stock, which I think it would do fine. If you started from a seed snail and you're serious about stock, seed snails would definitely work. I don't think I'll be growing them again just because it's a one-cut wonder and I don't really like that. I like the branching varieties, and I just had these seeds left over from another fail, so I thought I'd give it a try. Over here's another variety of snapdragon. I actually have no idea what variety they are because they are from the Dollar Tree and it just said tall mix. I'm guessing they're a later season or like maybe a group 3 or 4 because they are so slow to grow. Also, I planted them out way too soon. It stunted their growth. I've cut them back a couple times already just because they got tall and spindly, and I'm hoping they'll fill out. They already have a lot of side shoots coming off, but we'll see how they do. I'm definitely going to try snapdragons again. They did really well in the seed snails, but I'm just going to buy known varieties from Johnny's next time. Not even going to waste my time with Dollar Tree seeds. These sweet peas have probably surprised me the most, because so many people say not to start sweet peas indoors because they don't do well transplanted. But out of everything I started in the seed snails, probably this had almost no transplant shock. And I'm thinking it's the space that the tap roots have with the seed snails, because the seed snails, you can make them as tall as you want, and they had plenty of space to grow that long tap root, and I'm telling you, they had very little transplant shock. Here's another cool weather mixed bed. Actually, that's not true. I have some warm weather stuff in here because look, there's tomatoes. Also started from a seed snail. Everything in this bed, it was started from a seed snail. Over here is a snapdragon, just a random one that's doing really well. And I'm actually really excited about this one because this is one plant that it got kind of crushed and tipped over sideways. So this is one stem, and off of that stem, all of these side shoots are growing like really well. Once I noticed all these little side shoots starting to grow, I just went ahead and pinched the main stem to encourage all these side ones. And I'm really curious to see how this does because I've been learning about training climbing roses horizontally, and I'm wondering if training snapdragons horizontally will work the same way. Here's just an upright one. I mean, these are all planted at the same time, more snapdragons, and they're tiny. So I don't know what's going on. It's kind of just a little trial. I have Status. Status is doing great. It did fine in the seed snail. It did really well, actually. I did plant it out a little too early, and it really struggled at the beginning. It was stunted for a while, but it's taking off now. So definitely I'll be doing Status again next year. I'll probably just wait closer to the 6 weeks before last frost to put those out, because I think I put those out 8 weeks before and it was still too cold. So in here I just have some carrots mixed in. I had kale, but I tore it out because it was just attracting bugs, I felt like. Then I've got some onions, lettuce, and a succession of sweet peas over here. Here's another one that totally surprised me. This is a Chinese aster. I don't know a lot about these. I just had these seeds left over from years ago when I tried and totally failed. Started them super early, like maybe February, and now we have asters in May and June. I'm going to cut these back and hope for a second flush later in the season, but we'll see. Straw flowers, 100% doing these again with seed snails. Anyways, that concludes my June garden update. Pretty much almost everything started in a seed snail.